Well, you know, we did that level, didn't we? And we learnt lessons. And in the same batch, this level came, and I'd never seen a level with 2 levels in it. Never seen anything like this before. And this one needs a glass. So whether we're going to find a glass, whether we're going to nick a glass out of something else, I don't know. Let's see how that's fixed in there. Anyway, this level is a elvicta level, and that's about as much as I knew. Elvicta level number 534. Just got an adjusting screw here, an adjusting screw there. What's that all about? I don't know. Anyway, just out of, as you do, the first thing you do is you get the old Google box out, don't you? You Google. Wow, what a surprise. If you know, you know, but if you don't know, every word that comes out is every bit that you read is a new bit of information, isn't it? So let's have a read of this. Initially, the elvicta level company, initially elvicta was known as Elliott Lucas. Well, Elliott Lucas, they do tools, don't they? Hand Tools Limited, and was established around 1937, based in 38 Summer Row, Birmingham, around 1950. The firm relocated to Cannock, so we look at pliers from Elliott Lucas and all those sort of bits of tools. Relocated into Cannock, Staffordshire, and by 1965 had moved again to their Churchbridge works, also at Cannock. The Elliott Lucas Limited Elvicta Cabinet and Tool Factory, as it was known, employed 100 people and operated from the company's satellite works in Crickhowell. Well, that's funny, isn't it? In Southern Powys, Crickhowell. I did my basic training in Crickhowell, Courtagochan, for the Royal Welsh Fusiliers, Prince of Wales Division. Anyway, it's funny how things come to your hands, isn't it? Near Abergavenny, in the county of Breconshire. During the 1950s, the company manufactured a range of specialist pliers, nippers and pincers, including the brand elvicta. Wow, look at this. A tool that is now regarded today as vintage is collectible and highlighted a time when the tools were made by hand and how wood was predominantly used to manufacture such items. To give a snapshot of the time before the use of plastics and other synthetic materials, which are now used to produce everyday objects and tools such. Look at this. Wow. So we've got to, haven't we? We've got to clean this up. The brass will be easy to clean up. Wow. What are we going to do with it's got a nice little corner piece there, a nice corner piece here. It's a good old length. We've got a nice corner piece there, a nice brass corner piece there. So I promise you I won't be using creosote on this. Oh, look, it's got a hole there. I guess to hang it on a piece of string or hang it on a nail, I suppose, on a wall. Anyway, this is our next thing. We're the next level. We're going to try and recover, try and make, beautify and clean it up lovely. And obviously we've got to try and get this glass, do something with the glass. It'll be interesting to see when we take it apart what it looks like and how it's stuck there. Yeah, pity that really, isn't it? Pity. And of course we've got to clean the bubble up. Will we take the bubble out? Different liquid in this now, isn't there? The other one was clear glass. This one isn't. So that green stuff, but still I think the bubble will come out. It'll all clean up nicely, I think. Not too much damage, a little bit of wear and tear on the bottom. But I hadn't really thought it didn't really. Do you know, sometimes it is fun finding stuff, then putting it on the shelf, and then eventually coming around to it. And when you eventually come around to it, it becomes such a surprise to find. Wow. Yeah. So this is the next one that we're going to try and bring back to glory. Yeah. Next one to attack. An Invicta level. Made in Cannock, and also made in Abergavenny, in Crickhowell, which is even smaller. Yeah, Abergavenny is the bigger town, Crickhowell is a little town. The only thing I ever thought was in Crickhowell was I don't ever remember going to the town of Crickhowell. Whoa. Might be worth going to find where the old places were, find the old addresses, going see what they look like now. Probably been turned into a whole bunch of housing estates. Anyway, yeah, so this is going to be the next level that we're going to work on. We had an airbag failure there, look. There was an airbag, but for whatever reason the airbag had lost its puff. Yeah, so an airbag failure. Ooh. It's all right though, the boys know how to deal with it.
Just a quick message, got that challenge. You only got a couple weeks left for the screwdriver challenge. Make your own screwdriver, homemade, all from scratch, the most that you can do from scratch. Try and do the whole thing from scratch, but if you can't, you can't. But we already got a couple entries of guys that have put in. We got John Fix did one, we got Reggie on the road did one. They did videos and they came out great, of course. And but we got some heavy hitters hanging out there. We got 357 Magdad. Everybody's looking to see what he's going to put out. We got a bunch of other guys. So this is a fun challenge. It's the cutoff is May 1st, but I'll tell you when you can start mailing in the photos. Will be about a week before. But don't wait till last minute, because sometimes it takes you, as you know, you start doing something, you run into some problems. It only should take you a day or two in the shop, but it's a lot of fun. Make your own screwdriver. I hope you try it out. We'll get a base for this.
So just a quick reminder, we've got Scoutcrafter Challenge, haven't we? Make yourself a screwdriver, yeah. So I've tried to encourage Nige to make one, yeah. And I've asked Jonathan to make one. He says, oh yeah, he might make one, and that's going to be interesting. Because Jonathan's just had a new piece of kit, so he might make one there. Nigel, he's the same as us. He's an individual, and you never know. And you never know what he's going to make. We're all individuals, aren't we? And Steve from On Tools, he's made one, sent me the video. I expect to see him this weekend. He'll probably bring it round to show us. Yeah, so just a gentle reminder, if anybody fancies, if they're not really a choo-choo person, blah, 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 yeah, Reggie, don't mess with that sort of thing, Reggie. But if you fancy making one, let's sort of put a twist on it. Let's put it the Brits against the Yanks, What was that bike race? There used to be a bike racing series, didn't there? Where the Americans were up against, I think it was Europe. What was it called? Something Challenge. Used to go Donington Park. It did a few racetracks, didn't it? And we used to follow that. I guess it must have been the 80s, I suppose. Yeah, it would have been the 80s. Where I remember going to a few of the races with the boys. We were off to see something transcontinental or whatever races were they. I'm sure it was the Americans against the Euro. I don't know if it was British or European, but who remembers those bike races? And I don't know if the modern equivalent is about now. But anyway, yeah. Let's see what the Brits can come up with against the Americans, the Yankees. Yeah. So, if you want to make a screwdriver of any sort, big, small, indifferent, whatever, just make a homemade screwdriver and give it to me, and we'll put it on Reggie on the road. Yeah, and we'll have a transcontinental competition, shall we? Yeah. See what the Brits can do.